Hey, what's up guys? So I've been getting a question a lot about the iPhone 7 and if you should upgrade to the LG Stylo 6 and what are my opinions on that. So on my left we have the iPhone 7, and on the right we have the LG Stylo 6. Now let's get a clear understanding and idea of what we're getting when we're looking at these two phones. On the right, we have the LG Stylo 6, which was released in September 2020. And on my left, we have the iPhone 7, which was released in September 2016, 4 years prior. It does have a home touch button right here for unlocking the device. We do have iOS 14, which is an updated version, which has these cool app tray things where you can have like an app drawer type thing. Finally, Apple has been implementing some cool things like app draws, picture-in-picture. They've implemented, dark mode, dark themes, and widgets as well. So, the iPhone is 4 years old, but it's still getting some really new updates as of right now. Now, a lot of people are raving about their LG Stylo 6. That's because it has a giant 6.8-inch display with a pen on the bottom, which has dual speakers. It has a nice shape to it. It's like a boxy, rectangular, nice design phone, I must say. You can see we got this nice glass on the back of it with this nice color. It's like a holographic. It almost has like this shimmer at the bottom and top. It's like green in the bottom, pink in the bottom, and then it just like a transition effect. I really do like that back on there. But now, taking a look at the iPhone 7, we have this black matte, probably one of my favorite materials of all time. Now, the iPhone 7 does come in gold, silver, red, rose gold, and jet black, but this has to be one of my favorite iPhone designs. Just the jet black is just one of my favorite materials. Now, taking a look at both in the hand, we do have 138 grams on the left, which is really light. It's a super lightweight phone, really lightweight. And then on the right, we have a big boy, a 219 gram phone, which is one of the heavier ones. So we're getting 82% screen to body ratio. And you can see we have a dewdrop at the top, which is going to give us a really nice viewing experience. Whereas we're getting 65 screen to body ratio, which was not big of a deal 4 years ago on any phone. You can see bezels on the top, bezels on the bottom. And we do have some really crispy speakers on the iPhone 7 and Stylo 6. Narrowing it down to the display preference here, obviously I would go with the LG Stylo 6. It's just a really big display, one of my favorites. And one of the things about the LG Stylo 6 is that it gets really bright. It has a high density screen display. It looks really good to the naked eye, and you wouldn't really be complaining about that. So you can see both devices do look pretty sharp. We have an IPS display on the iPhone 7. We also do have an IPS LCD display on the LG Stylo 6. Now, on the LG Stylo 6, we do have a 21:9 aspect ratio, which is kind of cool. And so basically, on the LG Stylo 6, you get that large, skinny screen display. And it looks really good. I'm writing with my opposite hand right now, and let me just show you. Yeah, this just looks really cool for penning notes, things of that nature. It has a 1080 2460 395 display pixels. On the iPhone, we have 326, which is a high density pixels per inch display as well. 16:9 aspect ratio. So it is the old school aspect ratio, but still looks really good when you're viewing content on here. Still really fast, still really snappy. Haven't had any issues with it. It's a really solid device for 2020. If you're still in the iPhone ecosystem and you're just really into iPhones, I do think this is still a pretty snappy phone. It gets everything done I'm able to game on here and things of that nature. So the iPhone 7 has a really nice processing chip. You can game on here with high graphic games. You know, I do like using this phone for gaming. It actually has a small display, but it looks really sharp. The pixels on here are really nice and dense. It has a Apple A10 Fusion chip, which is actually going to be really good. 2 times low energy core with 2 times high performance core. So it's like a quad core chip, but compared to like an Android quad core, it really outperforms Android quad core. So I just want to let you know that, you know, it will, you know, perform very well when it comes to gaming. Now, we do have like 2 gigabytes of RAM on here, I believe, but it's a solid performer. 2.4 gigahertz, it's what it's clocked at, and honestly, you won't be disappointed. Like when you're gaming on here, it's gonna be 64 bits. You get the Power VR on here, and the Power VR 7 XT Plus is the name of the processing chip. So you definitely gotta enjoy the gameplay that you're getting out of it. It's gonna be very good. The speakers, I can't stress that enough, sound really good on here too. So, you know, just playing a little bit of 2K on here, and it's really enjoyable. And we also do have fingerprint sensor on the bottom, which is a home touch button, proximity sensor, light sensor on here, and in addition to having that light sensor, they're going to give us the accelerometer, compass, gyroscope, and barometer on here as well. So I definitely think that's really cool when it comes to the sensor options for this device. It's just gonna be pretty cool. So definitely pretty sick. But yeah, I could definitely say that when it comes to just overall performance on this thing, you won't have any issues. You know what I mean? Like you can see right here, it's performing pretty smooth gaming wise, and I really didn't run into any headaches. You could see it renders really smooth overall. There might be a slight hiccup here and there, but for a high graphics game like this one, I'm actually pretty impressed with it. So you can see I didn't have any headaches, hiccups, or anything like that. So yeah, like I said, the iPhone 7 is pretty good. It's probably a better gaming phone than the LG Stylo 6, in my opinion. A lot more power to it, but let's just take a look at the LG Stylo 6. We're gonna play a little bit of kart on here, some go-kart. Let's see, speed racing, arcade mode, or ranked. Let's do ranked. That's not available yet, so we'll do this one. And let's do a quick start and just show you. I really like the gameplay on here. It's pretty smooth. This is like a racing game, and the LG Stylo 6 does have some pretty decent graphics on it. So let me just see. Ready. So everyone has to make sure that they're ready first. Okay, so on the LG Stylo 6, when it comes to the gameplay on here, it's gonna be pretty nice. We do have a Helio MediaTek P35 on here, so it's paired along with 3 gigabytes of RAM. It's gonna be pretty zippy. You know, I definitely like it for gaming and stuff of that nature. So you can see right here, no issues with the gameplay whatsoever. Really smooth. Graphics are pretty low, but the screen quality on this device is extremely high. So it's going to even out and kind of make up for the lack of even though the graphics are low, the screen display looks tremendously beautiful, I must add. So I definitely can say that's a win-win. You're going to get a way bigger screen display on this device than you would on the iPhone 7, which is definitely going to work in your favor. And you're gonna like it a lot more because of that. So honestly, that's one of the benefits. And you know, I definitely think it's a highlight of this device is just getting that large display. You can't really go wrong with it. You know, it's really beautiful. You know, high density pixels on here, so really enjoy looking at the display for long durations of time. It's got a really big battery in it, larger battery than the iPhone 7, so it's gonna last longer throughout the day. And we're gonna get into the cameras a little bit more detail, but overall the gaming is definitely gonna be pretty decent on here. So let me just see. And okay, so that was pretty decent gameplay on there. Now we are getting 32 gigabytes of internal storage on the iPhone 7, and we are getting 64 gigabytes on the LG Stylo 6. Now just keep in mind you won't be able to move apps to your SD card on the LG Stylo 6, and the iPhone 7 does not have a SD card slot, so just keep that in mind. No expandable storage on either one of these phones, so just want to let you guys know about that. But I really do like the display on here. It looks really big, and if you want to upgrade from the smaller iPhone screen right here, I definitely think you'll be impressed, because it does still fit in the hand at a really large size. Pause. Now when it comes to the camera system on the iPhone 7, we're able to record in 4K on video. It has a 12 megapixel Apple EyeSight camera, and it does give you digital zoom, optical image stabilization, manual focus, and continuous shooting. You are getting some raw ability on the camera, as well as a 7 megapixel camera on the front of the iPhone 7, which does record pretty decent still after 4 years of use. Now the 13 megapixel on the rear of the Stylo 6 main camera, 5 megapixel wide and 5 megapixel macro on the front. We do have a 13 megapixel as well, so that's something that's really cool. So we have a wide angle. I think I said macro. This is a portrait camera, 5 megapixel. But overall, really good cameras on these devices. They're really stable for video as well, but you won't be able to get 4K on the LG Stylo 6. Alright, so overall, I'd say that you will get a better battery life on the LG Stylo 6. You'll be able to game, you'll be able to play Fortnite and game better on the iPhone 7 if that's something that's more important to you. However, you have a more powerful chip on the iPhone 7 here, more features on the Android device, the LG Stylo 6, which is more customizable. You're getting all the latest updates on this device from Metro by T-Mobile, or T-Mobile. But I really enjoy using this device right now. It's got a nice weight to it. It feels really good in the hand. It has a lot of cases for it that you can just try out. Same thing with the iPhone 7. It has a large variety of cases to choose from if you're into those. Both devices feel really good in the hand. This one's obviously the more compact device, whereas this one is more of a tablet or a phablet in your hand on the go. It just feels really good in the hand. I can't stress that enough, especially because of the shape of it. It's more of a boxy feel, so when you're wielding it, it kind of just feels good with those rounded corners and everything like that. You get this little pen down at the bottom for productivity as well, so I just can't stress how good these phones feel in the hand. Now that 1960 battery on the iPhone 7 is a little bit, it will die quicker, and you're getting a 4,000 milliamp hour battery on the LG Stylo 6, so just keep that in mind. But honestly, I like using both of these devices. Let me know which one appears better for you. If you're, a lot of people ask me to do this comparison, so here it is. But let's just clear the apps out on both of these devices and do a quick, we'll kill all the apps in the background and just do a quick speed test to see which one opens up quicker. With the iPhone, you have to actually swipe each one. They don't give you a button, so I wish they could fix that. But let's just take a look at the apps that we have in here that we can open up. So we have Facebook, so let's just do that on the count of 3. 1, 2. Wait, where is Facebook? Here it is, 1, 2, 3. So that was the iPhone 7 just by a hair. Let's try Twitter. I know Twitter's on here as well. So let's try that, 1, 2, 3. That was pretty close, actually. That was really close. Let's try YouTube. Let me see. YouTube is right there in the Google folder. Here it is, 1, 2, 3. And that is going to be, I think, the iPhone 7 by a slight hair. Let me know down below. That was really close. Let's try the Bible app. I know the Bible's app was on both of these. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. So that's the iPhone 7. And let's try Amazon on both of these devices. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the iPhone 7, just a slightly more powerful, slightly more quicker, larger display on the LG Stylo 6, if that's something that's interesting to you, larger battery, but cameras are still going to be a little bit better on the iPhone 7 because of that 4K and stabilization. Let me know what you guys think about these phones, and get right back with you. But in the meantime, have a great morning, afternoon, evening, and depending on who you are. Later, crew. Peace.